Hey guys, today on People Now, our exclusive with Queen Latifah.
You're proven guilty if that's what you feel.
The Queen opens up to us about the latest developments in the Jussie Smollett case.
Also,
promise that you'll never find another like me.
Taylor Swift drops a new video and surprises fans like only T Swift can.
That person in a really nice car is digging up that no.
Taye Diggs can sing, he can act, he's a dad, and he's got a show on the CW and Netflix to tell us about today.
Plus, Sabrina Carpenter's here. She's branching out with a new movie role, and she's telling us about what she's most excited for with her new music.
It's live today on People Now. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to People Now. We'll get right into it today, starting on a sad note with some tragic news that was apparently caught on camera by a YouTuber on Thursday afternoon in Colorado. Watch this.
We just cured anxiety.
Oh my God! Jesus Christ, we almost died. Holy oh my God! Something's on fire, blew up here, guys.
He's got a crazy at first. He's actually serious, though, in his reaction, the very candid reaction from a YouTuber who was driving on the same highway when a semi-tractor flies by him. He later learns that same tractor apparently crashed into some cars just ahead. The YouTuber then drove onto the service road to get a closer look. You can see there the flames of smoke from that crash as they kind of approached from the side. Multiple people were killed in the crash, according to police. The accident took place Thursday afternoon and involved 3 semi-trucks and 12 vehicles. According to police, the investigation into the crash is ongoing. Investigators are still in the process of talking to witnesses who were at the scene to determine more details. The exact number of fatalities was also not known as of Thursday.
During a press conference, police said the crash occurred on the eastbound lanes of Interstate 70, where traffic was at a standstill because of an earlier crash. Police said a semi-truck driving east on the highway then slammed into the line of stopped cars. The driver of the truck was one of the 6 people taken to the hospital. Their condition was unknown as of Thursday night.
The crash caused a large fire, and after that fire was put out, police said that they still had to quell various hotspots as they took apart that wreckage. West Metro Fire Rescue was on the scene and said that one of their firefighters was injured while trying to put out that blaze. Now, as of Thursday, police said no arrests had been made in the crash, and that investigation was ongoing. We, of course, will keep you updated as more information becomes available. Now we switch gears to a very different kind of story.
Yes, it is the moment we've been waiting for. Take a look at this.
Promise that you'll never find another like me.
Again, Taylor Swift's new single is here. She dropped the track Me on Thursday night, a collab with Panic at the Disco's Brendan Urie. And the music video already has 28 million views on YouTube.
Wow.
That is a crazy number. Now it's loaded with pastel colors and rainbows.
Lots of pastel.
Has a magical Disney-like vibe. I am digging this video. We've even got Brendan flying around like Mary Poppins holding an umbrella. That happens at one point. There he is.
There we go. Taylor actually co-directed the video, and in the credits it says Taylor Swift Productions, kind of a sign that she's taking serious ownership over all aspects of her music and the visual imagery here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Brendan seems to be thrilled to be involved. After the video dropped, he posted on Instagram saying, "Wait, this really happened," adding, "Thank you, Taylor Swift, for allowing me to be a part of your beautiful story."
Taylor has had a really busy 24 hours. Before the single dropped, she made a surprise appearance in Nashville, taking selfies with fans in front of a mural that she commissioned that includes clues about her new album. She even made an appearance with ABC's Robin Roberts during the NFL draft. Take a look at this.
You've been giving us little clues here and there.
I have been giving some clues, but there are more clues to come.
Oh, see, that's what you call a tease.
Wow, clues, clues, clues. She's so mysterious.
And even more pastels.
I know.
We still don't know a ton about the concept behind the album. There were so many Easter eggs in the Me video that's kind of keeping fans talking about
Yeah, so right off the top, a snake slithers in, bursts into a flutter of butterflies. Something that many fans see as Swift exploding into the future, putting her darkest moments behind her.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Pretty clear. At the beginning of the video, Taylor and Brendan have a little scene together where they're actually speaking French. In the background, you can see a Christmas tree, which is believed to be a reference to her upbringing. Taylor has often referenced growing up on a Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania.
I mean, it might seem silly to be trying to depict all these things, but she does put clues in her music video.
No, she
so
does,
I believe these. Also in the video, there's a framed picture of the Dixie Chicks, which had one fan exclaiming, "A Dixie Chicks and Taylor Swift collab is coming and I can't handle it."
And congrats to Paxton for having that discerning eye. I mean,
Yeah.
to find that. The Dixie Chicks even tweeted about this themselves. Those peeking eyes looking at Taylor Swift. It seems like something might be in the works here. We'd totally be here for it.
I love the Dixie Chicks,
Yeah.
so I think it'd be really cool. And they haven't done music in a
Haven't heard from
while.
them in a while,
Now,
yeah.
Swifties everywhere will get their first taste of the new Taylor when she opens the Billboard Music Awards alongside Brennan Urie. That's live on May 1st on NBC at 8 p.m. All right, let's take a look at a few more fan reactions here.
Here's a tweet that Taylor actually retweeted saying, "This song is exactly what I needed and honestly makes me feel so happy and comfortable and I want to embrace every part of me." Thank you.
Very
That's
cute.
really nice.
Now, this one's great. They say, "Someone snapped so aesthetically hard. Thanks a lot, Queen."
This one I'm going to have to agree with. What is going on here? We've got some kittens in the video.
He's giving her a cat, and she's happy about it. All the other gifts weren't enough, but a cat is the gift that she wants more than anything.
Well, I like the suit for Halloween or something. All right, since Taye's new song is already stuck in our heads, it had us reminiscing on some of her other huge hits. We want to know your favorite T Swift single of all time.
So these are your choices. Is it Teardrops on My Guitar? It's a classic. Is it You Belong With Me? Is it Shake It Off? Or Look What You Made Me Do? So vote in our People poll or just tweet us your answer with the hashtag #PeopleNow. I will say my favorite is not on that list. So if it's not on the list, just tweet us.
You can see
favorite.
what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to check in on those responses in a little bit, but for now, let's move on to this. On Friday morning, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle posted a sweet gallery to their Sussex Royal Instagram account. In the post caption, they celebrated the 70th anniversary of the Commonwealth and called their fans to action to help Mozambique in the wake of the catastrophic cyclone Kenneth that's moving through that area.
But Harry and Meghan's 5.2 million followers, they have something else on their minds. The royal baby, of course. Fans are on high alert for any sort of baby news here because we know it's coming any day.
Look, everybody's excited for this. If you're a royal watcher, fans are saying that they've turned on notifications. They can get the updates ASAP. It's
Very
already on right here for me.
Yeah, they're joking that their hearts can't take another false alarm because Meghan's playing with them apparently. Because every time at Sussex Royal posts, they stop everything they're doing to check out. Maybe it's the baby. You know,
Look,
it hasn't been so far.
I mean, around here at People, everyone's dialed in, just counting down to that moment. You consider how active the Sussex Royal account has been since it was created on April 2nd. A lot of royal watchers expecting Harry and Meghan to use that Instagram account to actually announce the baby's arrival. I wouldn't be surprised
Well,
at all.
everyone does that now. You know, you announce pregnancies, you announce babies. So, I mean, I'm imagining that's what she's going to do.
Yeah, it always gets a lot of analyzation because the royals do things a certain way. So that would be outside the norm for them.
Well, they're also breaking tradition a little bit by not having the baby at the Lindo wing. So there's no big reveal on the steps of the hospital like Kate did with George, Charlotte, and Louis. They're doing things differently
Yeah, you
here.
see there, that's kind of been the tradition for William and Kate and other members of the family. So they'll let us know when she is in labor. They're keeping the details private, though. Then they're going to release a photo several days later. That photo op will be on the grounds of Windsor Castle.
Now, Meghan previously said she was due in late April. That's as specific as she got. But we are in late April, Jeremy.
I mean, we've
It
got
could
like,
happen-
what, a couple more days here.
It could happen today. It could happen tomorrow.
Maybe it's happening right
I don't know. We'll definitely keep you posted as soon as we know more. And stick around, you guys. A little later in the show, we're recapping this week in royals, including Prince William's Friday visits to the sites of the Christchurch mosque terror attacks. It's coming up in a bit. But now onto this. Neil Patrick Harris is revealing what makes his relationship with his husband, David Burtka, work.
The actor spoke to Entertainment Tonight while attending We Day on Thursday, saying, quote, "I think the secret to a relationship is just perseverance. It's not always pretty, but he's pretty, so it makes it easy."
You agree with that? Perseverance, Jeremy?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You kind of have look, everything's not the highlight, right?
Yeah.
A highlight has to be a highlight because there are other things that are normal.
No, it makes sense. Earlier this month, the couple celebrated their 15th anniversary. They're definitely doing something right here. Harris posted this message on his Instagram celebrating the milestone. He said, "I'm so grateful to this gorgeous man for giving me his heart, his shoulder, his strength, his lust, his
Woo.
laughter, his joy."
There you go. Burtka posted his own heartfelt message alongside an epic throwback for the occasion, writing in part, 15 years ago, Neil Patrick Harris and I met on the street. From that day, he has made my world a better place. Thank you, NPH, for the best years of my life. I can't believe how fast 15 years have gone.
I also love that they met on the street.
Right?
So cute.
It's like a chance encounter.
Yeah. The lovebirds got married in September of 2014 in Italy, then welcomed their fraternal twins, Harper Grace and Gideon Scott, via surrogate in October of 2011.
All right, moving on to this.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Avengers Endgame is out now, everyone. It's been a long time coming, but the end of the 7-year saga is finally here. We're not the only ones who are excited. 2 celebs in particular are celebrating in a big and dedicated way.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott dressed up in full Avengers attire Thursday in honor of the movie. The couple, joined by baby Stormy, went all out for this one. Kylie shared this photo on her Instagram, showing her dressed up as one of Marvel's newest superheroes, Captain Marvel, while Travis channeled Tony Stark, helmet included. Stormy also joined in on the fun dressing up.
I gotta say, they look great.
They really do. It's dialed in.
Now, Stormy's costume isn't as clear. People are thinking Thor or Doctor Strange, but Kylie just put on her Instagram stories Thor. So that's what Stormy's dressed as, which I think is really adorable. Kylie simply captioned this photo, "Happy Endgame, everyone." And we have to say, same to you, girl.
The beauty mogul didn't stop there. If you're going to go all out in full costume, why not post more pictures about it? She also posted these photos to her account, showing her and her beau striking a few sexy poses on the hood of a red luxury car, doing their thing. Kylie even went as far as to invent their very own superhero names, Iron Flame and Captain Lip Kit,
wow,
which I think are clever.
It is clever.
I'm actually bravo for that.
Now, these posts come after rumors circulated in February that Travis cheated on Kylie, but last weekend, the couple was spotted packing on some major PDA while attending Kanye West's Sunday service at Coachella, and earlier this month, the trio took a family trip to Mexico. So we're happy to see everything seems to be well with the
PDA
family
at the Sunday
of 3.
service.
I mean, that tells you everything, Jeremy. And to everyone around the world, happy Endgame. All right, stay with us, guys. We're taking a walk down memory lane with Taye Diggs and chatting about his CW show All American, which is now available on Netflix. Plus, Sabrina Carpenter has got a whole new look for her next film role. She'll be here live to tell us about that, her new album, and much, much more.
One thing that a lot of people are talking about quickly is the Jussie Smollett thing and that ongoing case.
I ain't talking about that no more.
But
I'm not jumping in that bag.
Well, the newest thing is that some of the Empire stars are calling for him to come back now that charges have been dropped. Do you think that would be a good idea for him to rejoin the show? I mean, you've showed support for him in the past.
I mean, Empire, they're a family. I mean, look, they're a family either way. So if they're calling for him to come back, that's his family. That's up to them. Why not?
Yeah, okay. Lonnie Love was on our show and said she spoke to him and got clarity. Have you been able to talk to him or get any clarity?
No, I don't normally talk to Jussie. It's not like we talk to each other all the time. We run into each other and we see each other, and it's always love, and he's always been like a good guy, in my opinion. So it's just always love. I don't know. To me, he's just part of Empire. It's just part of him. I can't even imagine the show really without him.
Anything that's happened over the past few weeks changed your opinion at all about him?
I really don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
I never really had an opinion about whether it was true, whether it was not true. My only opinion was that, people are innocent until proven guilty. That's just the law in our country. So, you prove him guilty if that's what you feel. But if not, then to me, he's innocent until proven guilty. That's just how I feel about it.
There you go. Queen Latifah setting the record straight on the Jussie Smollett case in terms of what she thinks after charges were dropped, and of course about his future on Empire.
The star who's promoting the Queen Collective is also sharing some strong feelings about the 2020 presidential election on the heels of former Vice President Joe Biden throwing his hat in the race. And of course, the Jersey girl is paying attention to another nominee, Cory Booker.
Several of them stick out to me. Of course, I'm from Jersey, so I always watch Cory Booker, and I'm happy he threw his hat in the ring. I really think he's been trying to do the right thing since he's been there. So I love Cory. I love Kamala Harris. I think that is great to see her jump in there. But I like Buttigieg. There's no one who has my vote yet. Let's put it like that. But I'm open to everyone. I love Elizabeth Warren. She's been fighting for a long time. Bernie Sanders has been fighting for a long time. I think we have a lot of people with a moral fiber that's been about the people and doing the right things in general in their lives and wanting to do something good for this country. So, we got a lot of choices.
This game is going to take everything that you have. I'm gonna need all of your strength, all of your focus, all of your heart tonight. And if you can leave that out there on the field, then we can work off of it with the one thing that we've been working so hard for this entire season. Victory.
Taye Diggs plays a high school coach who recruits a young rising football player from South Los Angeles to play for Beverly Hills High, an All-American. He joins us now. How's it going, Taye Diggs?
It's going very well.
Yes,
good to see you.
Yeah,
yes.
You look great,
Wait
like the feather in the hat.
Thank
What's on
you,
that shirt?
thank
Is that
you.
like a superhero shirt?
Superman, my
Superman,
friend. Yes,
nice.
yes.
Just a little fanboy action. That's it.
We have a lot to talk about. Want to get into your show real quick. We just had Queen Latifah on the show. She opened up about a lot of hot topics, including Jussie Smollett. You've tweeted your support for him in the past.
Yes.
You were on Empire.
Yes.
Now, a lot of cast members from Empire are asking he be back on the show now that charges are dropped. Do you agree with that?
That he should be back on the show 100%. 100%.
Have you talked to him at all?
I haven't. I've sent him a few texts with no response, but understandable. Obviously, he's going through a lot, but yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm a friend of his, and I've always been very supportive, regardless of whatever he's going through. So I think that it's important that I remain a friend.
Yeah, and that's good to hear from the people, obviously, that are closest in a time like that. For anyone, no matter what people think, that's tough for some people to go through.
Yeah.
What do you think he needs to do to restore his people that are skeptical about the situation, for them to be restored in terms of their faith in him?
You know what? I think he needs to just make sure he's fine. And as a friend, I want to make sure he's cool. And everybody else, I think, should just kind of mind their own business.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right, let's talk about what you're doing. All-American. Playing a coach. Look, this thing's hitting on a lot of different topics, race, identity, family.
Yeah.
It's all there. As an actor, I feel like that would be nice to sink your teeth into something that has a lot of depth.
100%, and that's exactly why I took the role. You know, I've been in the business a while. I've been very fortunate to have been able to play a lot of different roles. I've never played a role like this, and I've never been a part of I've never been aligned with a network that is brave enough to take on topics such as these. So I'm very proud.
And in the way that it's being done, right?
100%, 100%. I got a great group of young people that are kind of supporting the program, and it's fun.
Yeah, and it recently started streaming on Netflix. So what
Yeah.
has that experience been like? Kind of opening up to a larger audience there.
Whiz, like I'm an old dude, so
You're not.
You know what
am. I don't
Netflix
know
is
how.
about, though. Come
I
on.
do, but I don't like. We were on CW. We had a very a solid following, and then Netflix took us over. And it was like night and day, the response that we got, and it's amazing. And I think we've been granted a second season, and I think it is, it has a lot to do with Netflix and their reach. So I feel very grateful.
Are you a big binge watcher? Do you have any shows that you sit down and binge?
I just finished New Girl. Idris Elba. I'm a big fan of his, and I just watched his show. What is it? Turn Up Charlie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's
He's a DJ in that, right?
Yeah. It's a great show.
Which
and
he DJs in real life too. Anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, dive in with Idris Elba.
Exactly.
Like, I love that about him.
I love the fact that I can just go home after work and watch a whole season. It's still kind of new to me, and I love it.
Just sit down for hours. The day went by.
Yes.
Working on this show, have you learned anything new? Maybe something that you weren't expecting to learn in terms of about yourself, or even the content and like the dynamics that are at play?
It's a perfect time for me because with this whole social, the social network, the media, all that, my whole cast is younger than me, and they're teaching me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So on one side, I'm like, I have a lot to offer because of my experience, but they are teaching me even more than I'm able to.
You've got the wisdom.
I do.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, but when it comes to what's going on today, in the industry, they are teaching me.
Yeah, and there's some interesting relationships here. Talk about Billy's relationship with Spencer, this rising football star, and how it's different than his relationship with his own son.
Ooh, yeah. The character I play, Coach Baker, he's very ambitious. He is teaching, not teaching, I'd say coaching, this football team on one side. He then recruits this phenom from the other side of the track, and there are similarities that Billy has with Spencer that he doesn't necessarily have with his own son, and that causes some very interesting kind of stress and dynamics in the family situation.
Sure.
And that's something that I'm very proud that the network is willing to kind of take on.
Well, we love how you bring it all to life on screen. We also love how you breathe new life into the gram, Instagram, singing to your followers, my friend. We got a quick clip of you singing, and then we're gonna chat about it. Watch this.
Sometimes when I'm sitting in traffic, I look over to the right. That person on the right is sitting in a really nice car. Sometimes when I'm sitting in traffic, I look over to the right. And that person in the nice car is digging up their nose. They digging up the nose. They digging up the nose. That person in a really nice car is digging up the nose.
Honestly, I think we can all relate to, like, when the inspiration hits, you just go. And that's what we're seeing here, obviously.
I love that you just post it for people, because everyone does it, but I love that you just go for it.
It is, I consider it very therapeutic.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, it makes me laugh. So
yeah, okay. Is that you just want to do it just for the fun, right?
Just for the fun of it.
Little private concert. What's the response been? What do you love about the interaction with the fans?
I try not to pay as much attention to that.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be swayed.
You gotta let it be. Pure and
100%.
By what the people are saying.
Yeah. That's my exercise.
Keep them coming. They're very enjoyable.
I appreciate it.
Big congrats are in order. You hosted the 2019 Critics' Choice Awards, and they asked you back.
Yeah.
What were your expectations going into the gig?
I just wanted to get through it. I was. That's something.
Can this thing just be over?
That was something that I always thought that I wanted to do, but was petrified. The opportunity presented itself. I did it. It was cool, and I'm just grateful. They asked me back, so now that gives me more stuff to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You ready for a little game?
Yes.
Want to quickly do a bit of a Flashback Friday. It's a game we like to call. Get ready. Oh, snap! Yeah.
Maybe you could come up with a little song for it.
We went through some photos that we think may have a fun memory, maybe a story behind it. Are you ready for this?
I'm not.
Cue the music.
Go.
You're not ready, but we're doing it anyway.
Yes.
All right.
First one.
First one. When you starred in Hedwig and the Angry Indy
Yes.
Broadway. Tell us about how you feel when you see these pictures.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. It feels like that's not even me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's the feeling.
That is the feeling.
Do you
Proud.
Yeah.
Proud.
Do it again.
Would I? Ooh, right now, today, no. But that was a life-changing, life-altering moment in my life. The hardest I've ever had to work on any gig whatsoever. Grateful for everybody that came to support, and I'm just proud of myself.
Yeah. I was going to say, why wouldn't you do it again right now if they asked you?
I probably would die on stage.
How did it change your life so much? What was the thing?
It was one of those periods in life where I just decided to say yes and kind of lean into the things that I was most fearful of. I don't know that I'm as brave these days, but at that point, I needed it in my life.
Sure. Yeah, good for you. All right, next one.
one.
New girl. Here we
Oh man.
What goes through
that I would do in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just literally yesterday I just finished binge watching the entire season, and that is my brand of comedy. Those actors on that program, I think, are brilliant, and I'm looking for my own project that is very similar to that.
All right, next photo, it's the final one. What's going on here? Are you trying to join the NSYNC here?
Oh my God! Yeah, that was like I was like a 12-year-old girl during.
Were you?
I
being around
wanted
those
to
guys, you
be part of that. I thought what they were doing was so amazing. What is that, like a celebrity basketball game?
Yeah, I think it was a celebrity basketball tournament.
They were just the coolest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a theater, song, and dance boy, so what they were doing, I had the utmost of respect and deep down inside, I wanted to be them.
We expect an NSYNC cover on Instagram next time.
All right,
that's
make it
our
happen.
Dream. Okay, we'll talk about it.
I'm gonna get that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that.
Taye, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
And you guys, All American is now streaming on Netflix with new episodes airing on the CW, so check it out.
On the 15th of March, tragedy unfolded in this room. A terrorist attempted to sow division and hatred in a place that stands for togetherness and selflessness. He thought he could redefine what this space was. I'm here to help you show the world that he failed.
Wow, very powerful stuff here. Prince William's visit to New Zealand continued Friday with solemn visits to the Al Noor and Linwood mosques, the sites of the Christchurch terror attacks on March 15th. Here to tell us more about that and the rest of This Week in Royals News is People Senior News Editor Aaron Hill and our Royal correspondent Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Thanks for joining us, ladies. So let's start with this. Aaron, William's speech was very powerful. So walk us through his Friday itinerary. What was the atmosphere like as he made these solemn visits?
Yeah, so William's 2-day visit in New Zealand was really powerful and poignant, and he met with survivors of these terrorist attacks, family members, people who were there, and to have him standing in the very location where this took place was a really powerful moment for the royal family, and gave a really stirring speech saying that forces of love would prevail over hate. So it was a big moment for him.
Yeah. Now on Thursday, William also met with survivors, Muslim community leaders, and first responders from the Christchurch attacks. He bonded with one very young victim in particular, a 5-year-old who had actually been in a coma until earlier this week due to her injuries. Imogen, what was their interaction like?
Yeah, so William visited Alan Al-Sati sitting on a hospital bed, as you can see, surrounded by her loved ones. She asked if William had a daughter, and William talked of Charlotte, who will soon celebrate her 4th birthday on May the 2nd, maybe along with baby Sussex. And I think in all these images and what he's saying, you are really seeing the future King William.
Yeah.
And he's very much going into his future role. And it's sad, but also on some levels extraordinary to see.
Yeah, it's also a beautiful moment for him to be able to interact with her like this. Now, Thursday was a solemn day for the Commonwealth, Anzac Day. Prince William was in Auckland and attended an emotional service at the Auckland War Memorial Museum. Aaron, for people who don't know what this is, what is Anzac Day?
Anzac Day is a day of remembrance in New Zealand and Australia to remember those lost in war, similar to our Memorial Day, and it stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and it really commemorates a specific battle on April 25th, 1915 during World War I that saw a lot of casualties for those two countries.
Yeah, now meanwhile, back in London, Prince Harry surprised everyone by stepping out with Kate Middleton for Westminster Abbey's Anzac Day service. He wasn't on the program in case the royal baby came, which is coming out any day now, but some royal watchers had some questions about the seating arrangement at the service. Imogen, can you explain this?
Are you ready for your history lesson, Andrea?
So
I know you love this. Okay, so the seating arrangements are complicated. The highest ranking royal sat closest to the altar, so that was Prince Harry. He's 6th in line to the throne. Then it was Prince Richard, Duke of Gloucester, who's the Queen's paternal cousin and 26th in line to the throne, soon to be bumped to 27th by baby Sussex. And Kate was on the end because she's not a blood royal. Now, if William had been in attendance, he would have sat in the top spot with Kate next to him. If Meghan had been there and no William, she would have taken the 2nd spot next to Harry and ahead of the Duke of Gloucester and Kate. But this is where it gets even more complicated. When Charles becomes king, William and Kate are Prince and Princess of Wales. As next in line for Queen Consort, Kate will only fall behind the King and Camilla and William in ranking order, even if William isn't present.
Wow, it's like Tetris.
I mean, it really is.
Royal musical chair.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've been talking about this royal rift between William and Harry. So Imogen, does Harry stepping out with Kate seemingly all smiles, does it do anything to improve the public's perception of what's going on?
It certainly helps the optics that we now have this photograph of them getting along and walking in. But Erin, you've got some really interesting insight in them sort of patching things up.
So People has learned that after Easter, when William and Kate were in Windsor for services with the Queen, they stopped over at Frogmore Cottage to see Meghan, who wasn't able to attend, of course, because she's expecting baby any day, see their new house. So it was a nice moment for the four of them to come together, which kind of reaffirms what we said, that sometimes in families you break apart to come together.
Yeah.
And also, on some levels, I think this has been blown slightly out of proportion.
I agree.
I mean, the media love this sort of narrative of them not getting on and stuff. It actually helps sell more magazines, etc. And if everybody is lovely and happy and floaty all the time.
Very true. So they're
Yes.
getting along. All right, before we go, Queen Elizabeth made a rare public appearance on Thursday to honor a close friend. So Aaron, tell us about why it was so rare.
So the Queen rarely attends a private funeral. She usually sends a royal family member or a close confidant in her place, but she did attend the funeral of her good friend, Jeannie, Countess of Carnarvon, on Thursday, and it was a big moment for her. It was a human moment for her. It's rare that we see her in black, for example. She's always in bright colors, so this was a special moment for her.
She's incredibly close to the family. Jeannie's daughter Carolyn married the Queen's racing manager, John Warren. And I happen to know that the Queen does spend a lot of time with them privately. She loves racing, so they're a family that are incredibly important to her and have been for decades.
All right, well, we're up to date with our Royals news, so thank you so much, Erin and Imogen, as always.
Good to see you.
All right, guys, got something really cool for you here. People's Beautiful Issue has teamed up with pop sockets to help beautify your phone. Get this, 50% of the sales will be given by pop sockets to She's the First. It's a nonprofit that promotes gender equality by supporting girls who will be the first in their families to graduate high school. I have some pop sockets from the collab right here. Take a look at those bad boys. To purchase them, you can go to popsockets.com/people. Pretty cool, right? Put them on the phone, got the grip, the whole thing. You know how it works, whatever. All right, 15 bucks, such a good cause. We've been celebrating People's Beautiful Issue all week, and now we're kicking it up a notch. When you see a QR smart code in People, it means we have extra content for you. You can just hover your phone's camera over the code to go directly to video interviews with the beautiful stars in the issue, including, of course, Jennifer Garner, whom you can watch sporting Princess Leia-style buns as part of her full interview. Go check it out and go buy a pop socket right now.
All right, guys, Sabrina Carpenter is starring in a new movie called The Short History of the Long Road. It debuted at Tribeca Film Festival this week. It looks so good.
The film's about a 19-year-old girl who grows up as a nomad, traveling the country with her father, forced to reevaluate her whole life when he passes away. Sabrina's telling us a little more about the coming-of-age film and a lot more going on for you. Hi, Sabrina.
Hello.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, fans, look, they get to see, I guess, a different side of you in some ways here. This is a gritty character, isn't it?
Yeah. Lots of layers.
Did you like showing that part of you or a version of you in that way that maybe fans aren't used to seeing?
Yeah, it was so refreshing. I didn't wear an ounce of makeup. You know, I kind of was like living in the desert for a period of time, and it just felt like I was really living outside of my comfort zone, which was something I wanted to do for so long. And to tell a story that I feel like isn't really touched upon too much in this age group and for young females, just this story of survival and this empowered young woman that, like, with her, you know, mind, like, she's able to put everything into, you know, figuring out how to survive in this world and like whatever comes her way.
Do you think fans are ready to see you in this type of role? I imagine it'd be pretty exciting for you.
They're not ready for anything ever. They are always the first people to be like, what? I'm shook. And I'm always like, I didn't do anything. I just like posted a picture of cereal. They're like, but it's cereal.
Yeah,
like
right.
Cereal queen, slay me. No, they're the best though. I mean, like, that's what I love. I love being able to do something that I know is so different, like, from everything else that I've done, because I know that they'll appreciate it, and also, like, they're just not expecting
And
it.
you have such a supportive group of fans, as we know, so I'm sure they're gonna absolutely love it.
Well, there's that piece of it where it's like, we know what we know, and we know what we love, and we don't want that to change, because there's like an affection to it.
Yeah.
For you, as an artist, as an actress,
Yes.
what was your favorite part of the role?
My favorite part of the role, I think honestly it was the physical transformation. Like, it was really just refreshing for me to be able to do something that, like I said, I don't want people to watch it and see Sabrina. Like, I want them to be invested in this role and this character. And I think they'll definitely see that.
I want to talk about your new music in a bit, but first, I heard that, you tweeted something really funny about when you perform, people throw bras at you.
Okay, well, let's not make it seem as though I'm Aerosmith or something. A singular bra was thrown at me.
It says, who be throwing bras on stage?
That's true, because that was when the next show someone else threw another bra, because I tweeted about the first bra being thrown.
Okay.
The thing is just like, you know, I was very proud of myself in that moment. I was like, wow, I think this is it for me.
New level.
New level.
New level.
Were you flattered? What do you do with the bras when you have them?
That's what I didn't figure out until after. I hung it up on my tour bus, and then once I started to get more, I was like, maybe actually I don't want this anymore.
Yeah. Well, the more you talk about it, the more now it's going to happen even more.
Yeah, don't tweet things.
Yeah.
That's my lesson.
Are there any artists that you would throw bras at? Or
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, but I wouldn't though, because she's got her own line. So like what's the point if I give her a bra? Like, she's got a whole warehouse.
It's the principle of
I
it.
always wonder too, are these people going knowing like I could definitely take my bra off and throw it, and then they were fine
The
with
thing
that.
is I don't think mine was someone's that they took off. I think they hand stitched words into mine.
Really?
Yeah. So I think they like took time prior to the show.
It wasn't spontaneous. It was like they had, you know.
Yeah, they were ready. Yeah.
What did it say? Do you...
They were song lyrics.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Full commitment.
Very full.
Other than that, just wrap the tour up. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part? Honestly, for me, this tour was the most like personal I've ever had. Connection to my fans and the show overall. The set list was all new songs from Singular Act 1 and some songs from Singular Act 2. So
Feels like it would be so exhausting, but I guess the energy from the people every night would just
When they
reevaluate or
Absolutely.
reinvigorate you.
Yeah, it does. And every crowd is different. You know, every city brings a different energy, and every song like hits in a different way for each crowd. And I've just like, you know, I've been touring for a couple years now. Like I'm still like a child, but also I've been doing it for a couple years now that I've been able to see these people grow and these crowds grow, and it's been amazing.
And you mentioned new album, Singular Act 2. So how is this going to be different than the first one? What can fans expect?
For me, it was all initially one singular album, no pun intended, but actually. And then over time, I just decided like I wanted my fans to be able to take in each and every song individually. And so I decided to split them into two. So it's kind of like the second, you know, final act of Singular and new songs, new stories. But I'd say it's like Singular Act 1 flipped upside down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your fans obviously adore you, which we've mentioned. Besides the bra stuff, what's been like the craziest fan experience that you've had?
Oh, goodness. I mean, I've had a lot. I think it kind of depends. I was just in Brazil and Mexico literally days ago, and I can't say anything other than they bring a level of passion I didn't know was capable. But no, I mean, I've had some funny ones and some scary ones. So, you know, it's just a part of it. But I adore my fans, and they honestly, like, there's some fans that flew to 8 shows on, like, flew. I was like, well, your miles are crazy.
You're getting your money.
Did you get to meet them? Or
Yeah.
that you got to meet them? That's
Yeah.
great. And that probably made the experience totally worth it for them.
I mean,
You're flying to 8 cities, you better get to meet the
Yeah.
artists.
you also better get a little tour in each city. you
Yeah,
know what I
right?
mean?
Like
Yeah.
spend some time, eat at some restaurants.
They're amazing. Yeah, but the bras were the highlight.
Yeah.
Can we talk, let's break this down by the numbers a little bit. 1.3 million fans on Twitter, more than that. Nearly 17 million on Instagram. You've got a footprint, a little bit.
Where's the disconnect between Twitter and Instagram? I want to know.
That is actually kind of wild.
I want to know.
It's a totally different.
Like, wait a second.
Where are those 16 million other people?
Where did
Do
they
not
go?
have-
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's it for you? What's the difference in how you use Instagram and Twitter, right? Like, what's the?
You know, I think it's because I talk so much and I love conversation. I'm not good at very concise little thoughts. I put those into songs. So I think for me, Instagram, like a picture is worth 1,000 words, as once someone said in history.
Yes, they
And
did.
yeah, and I just feel like I'm able, you know, me and my sister, we really enjoy just looking at life through many lenses. And I think I'm able to kind of showcase more of my personality there. But I love talking to my fans on Twitter. So I get to interact with them more
Yeah,
so there.
there's a connectivity there.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you this. Your music is so catchy.
Thanks.
I
man.
can't get it out of my head.
Are you sure? Really?
I'm not almost not. Like
Okay.
it's just like it's in there. Don't get me started.
Wow.
Is there one of your songs that you wake up and it's just circling in your head over and over the most often?
I mean, recently it's been Sue Me, because every city I go to, they're like, here it's Demandame, and like, here it's Mi Perfeso, baby. Like, literally every place I go, they're like, Sue Me is this crazy, catchy anthem, but every place, like, kind of a different song. Bad Time. I don't know if you know that song, but that one's from Act 1. You would go hard to Bad Time.
Okay.
My Uber driver last night just decided to turn on my discography without saying a single word. It was
Never acknowledged
a
it.
completely silent car ride, and all of a sudden my new Alan Walker song comes on, and I was like, did he know? And then Sue Me came on, and then Almost Love came on, and I was like, he knows.
Yeah.
Okay, Uber guys, huge fan of yours.
Yeah, apparently.
We hear you are a big Harry Potter fan.
It's huge.
All right, do you know about the new Vans? Vans is putting out a line of Potter sneakers.
Now I know.
Potter sneaks.
I know.
I
You could
love
get them
the
a-
cue my Instagram
There we
video.
go. Cue it. You got the
Setting
wands, doing your thing.
Like whatever house you're from, what are you?
I'm Gryffindor, but I also think there's a sliver of Hufflepuff and Slytherin in there, which is some, I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, okay.
it depends on the day.
Other than the wands and maybe future Vans, do you have any other memorabilia that you keep?
I do have many wands because a lot of fans have given me wands, of course. And a lot of fans have just given me Harry Potter merch, you know, now over the years, t-shirts, blankets, pillows, like they know that I'm a stan.
You're in.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character is probably Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you love about Weasley?
What's
Yeah.
not to
Why
love?
was that? what
I'm
was
just
that
wondering
tone,
what
Jeremy?
particular thing. I don't know.
I don't know. Gingers are underrated, and I also feel like he's just a character that, I don't know, he's very consistent, a loving little scruffle.
He's adorable.
That was a
All right,
bad
we're gonna-
description.
Yeah. Let's see why you love
No, we're
it.
with you. We're gonna keep this interview rolling with a little game.
Here we go.
Ready? Fish and dish. So we're bringing it up right here.
I don't know if you've ever done this, Sabrina Carpenter.
All right.
Whoa.
You get a purple fish. You have to answer a career
This is your
question.
fishing pole.
Okay.
Red fish means love life. Yellow fish miscellaneous. Orange fish for party questions. Green means you could ask us.
I'm not gonna lie.
You ready?
I heard none of that, so I'm just gonna.
All right, just get a color. We'll tell you what's up.
So I just stick
Yep,
it
that's
somewhere. Okay.
Here we go. Oh, yeah,
nice.
nice. Flipped it right
All
out
right,
of the
yellow
water.
question. If you could switch bodies with one person for the day, who would it be?
Beyonce.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean,
what would you do as Beyonce?
Everything possible.
Okay, next question. Here we go.
Have you ever played this before?
No, this is obviously I have not.
It's on a rotation. You have to dedicate to one and then, you have to dedicate to one. Dedicate to one. You're a little shaky. Have you had coffee?
First of all, yes, many.
Oh, hold on, me too. Oh, there we go. Almost.
Shit.
If you hold it over,
I'm
the
not
fish
supposed to
for a
say
Yeah,
little
I'm
that.
gonna help you.
Why am I shaking so much?
No, you're nervous. I am
Now
too.
you're cheating.
No.
Okay, wait. This orange
see.
one was just open and then you.
Did I
ruined my
ruin
life.
it?
Hold on.
I was really trying.
Hold on. There we go.
There we go. Pull it out.
Oh my gosh, another yellow
Another
one.
yellow.
I'm so
All right.
nervous. Biggest pet peeve.
Biggest pet peeve?
Yeah, playing a fishing game
Playing
on a show.
fishing games.
Do you have a real one? Day-to-day life.
Do I have a real biggest pet peeve? Honestly, it's when I'm trying to listen to music and I get interrupted. Do you know when you're like in the middle of, you're focused
feeling it, yeah.
and somebody, I don't know, that's a pet peeve of mine because I'm a very focused person. Let's get a better fish. I'm very determined now.
Okay.
You're getting the hang of it, I can tell.
Strategy.
I'm gonna stop with the yellows because I just keep going for the yellows. Okay.
We don't have time for a ton more.
Nice.
Good
See, you're
job.
getting good. Oh,
Red.
you're so proud.
It's funny how quickly we become proud.
All right. Red question. Are you single?
Yes, that was a very easy question.
I imagine it's got to be difficult to date when you're traveling all the time.
When
Do you
you're
find
Sabrina
any
Carpenter.
time?
I meet people on planes, flight attendants are so nice.
Hey, what's it take to get your attention?
What's it take to, oh my
We're
God.
trying to move quickly on. I'm not finished. What's it
You're
take
like,
to
"I
get
wanna
your
fish again."
attention out and
Get my
about?
attention. I think like I said, communication is everything. So I love just having good conversation with people. And I'm young, so I like people that are excited about life. Was that a really old person answer?
Nope, that's
No,
great.
that
It's
was
very
wonderful.
honest. It's
That was
heartfelt.
my grandma would be so proud of
All
that
right, you got the
answer.
orange one there while we were on pause when you were trying to skip
So I
past that
cheated,
question.
whatever.
So here we go. Finish this sentence. At a party, you can most likely find me
Trying to get out, probably.
of the party, right?
Do you not like parties?
No, I'm just so short that everybody else is up here.
Oh, you can't see anything.
I can't see anything. So as long and they know actually affirmative last night this was me. But I'm so short. So parties are hard. It's either that or I do actually I'm one of those people that would love to hit the dance floor if that is existing.
Yeah.
But nowadays, do you notice at parties it's not as calm. The dance floor is maybe there's some brave ones out there.
But not everyone's not going to jump
But
on board.
are you the one to get everyone out there on the dance floor?
No. That is not me. But I will support once
Once others are out
the
there.
electric slide, I will be out
We
there.
just talked about this. At the weddings, you're the line dancer. You're the one that
So,
goes to the cheesy
I
line
play
dance.
the electric slide before every one of my shows, to get people hype. That song goes so hard. I just totally forgot. I wish they would play that more at parties.
I'll admit that I do, sadly, it's sad, but I feel super cool when I'm 2 rounds into the electric slide and I remember the moves.
It is.
All right.
I mean, he's telling you what to do. But
Yeah, no, I know, but just the fact that tells you I can't dance. All right.
Yeah.
Sabrina, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
It's good to talk to you.
you.
Everybody be sure to check out Sabrina in her new movie, The Short History of the Long Road.
In this week's People, Kit Harington opens up about Game of Thrones and life after, saying, quote, "I'm always going to be very fond of it." Harington joined Game of Thrones 10 years ago, playing Jon Snow from the start of the series, and says that it's hard to remember who any of the cast members were 10 years ago, adding the show defines a decade of his life that it'll probably be the most bizarre decade of his life. Harington is hoping to still be in touch with the rest of the cast in 10 years and hopes everyone from the cast is still working. He also revealed that he would love to work with Sophie Turner again in the future, but admits there is some concern that people might only see John and Sansa on screen. Harington met his wife Rose Leslie on the show. He says he would love to work with her again, but says that since they're married and played lovers already, he questions if they would ever get to do that again. I hope they do. They have amazing chemistry. I say why not. The 32-year-old actor is also the face of Dolce & Gabbana's The One for Men Fragrance, and reveals that he is a one-spray kind of man, adding that there's nothing worse than walking into an elevator and someone smoked you out. I definitely feel that. So it begs the question, what would Jon Snow smell like in real life? Harington believes it wouldn't be a pleasant smell at all, adding there would be the smell of body odor and a wet dog smell because of all the pelts that Jon Snow wears. And of course, he would smell of blood. You have that as well. Well, it's about to get even more bloody this Sunday as Jon Snow and the rest battle the White Walkers in the highly anticipated Battle of Winterfell.
All right, guys, Cobra Kai, a continuation of the Karate Kid films from the 80s, dropped all 10 episodes of its second season on YouTube Premium this week.
Now, we caught up with the show stars Ralph Macchio and William Zabka earlier this week, and now we're sitting down with the younger cast who plays their karate students.
According to them, this season definitely upped the ante. Check this out.
This season, everyone kind of trained together. Especially before we started, trying to get training in, make sure we were ready when we got there, knowing that season 2 had to be bigger and better, and that there was going to be a lot more fighting, and there definitely is. We had a lot more fighting that we had to learn in a very short amount of time.
And of course, we wanted to know, do their fighting skills on the show translate to real life?
Yeah, like I could take a couple of 6-year-olds on. I don't know if I could take anyone like older than me. Maybe someone my age. I don't even want to.
Yeah, I don't. Oh my god. Okay, slow down. Let's save it for the show. No, I feel like I definitely couldn't do any real fighting unless, you know, when I'm starting to really feel myself, I definitely convince myself I can, and then I get knocked back down to reality real quick.
Oh, I definitely thought I could when I got I told my brothers, because my brothers always try to fight me, I was like, come at me now, like I actually have a couple moves. And they were like, sure. And then I threw a kick at them, and they were like, okay, we see you. But I don't know, I think I could fight someone now, but it would be definitely would be no technique. It would just be scrappy. It'd be horrible.
I don't think I'd be able to take anyone down who's bigger than me. They would have to be like my height and weight, and then maybe.
So Peyton List joined the cast in season 2 as Tori, and fans already know from the trailer that Sam and Tori are getting into a fight or two.
I was massively looking forward to that. Like, that was something like, I was like, you know, when I was training with the guys, I was like, oh, this is fun. But the idea that we were gonna have each other be our rival, and the warring dojo aspect of that, and also just like the war, like, I was waiting for some hair-pulling, knockdown, drag-out girl fight, and we definitely got that, which I think is I'm really excited for people to see it.
And what I love is that they are such polar opposites, and that's kind of what the writers wanted, is that it's just like Sam is this perfect princess, and then Tori is just the complete opposite of that.
Trashy Tori.
But I also feel like it's cool because they didn't like just create characters and be like, this is the easy way, like let's just make a bad girl and a good girl and let's have them fight. Like they made each of us pretty honest to ourselves and why we were coming at this fight the way that we do, and the way that we interact. I feel like it's honest to both of our characters, but it definitely creates like fireworks.
So the show features a lot of rivalries, so we asked the cast if they ever had a nemesis in real life, and what Mary Mauser told us kind of surprised us.
I think I was kind of ready to be bullied. I went into 7th grade and 8th grade wearing vampire fangs the whole school year. And I put white face makeup on, and I did like black eyeliner, wore full-on vampire fangs. I carried fake blood bags to school.
You were that girl.
I was that girl. I was real weird. But you know what? I embraced it. I still do. And I think my nemesis from that time would laugh now to see me looking normal, I guess.
Also really appreciate her commitment to it.
I love that she embraces it.
All
it's
in.
Funny.
Also a couple of love triangles, maybe even a love rectangle in the show, and the cast is absolutely here for it.
I remember reading Twilight and being like, damn, like, I need to have that. there's Edward, Jacob, and Bella, and there's the triangle, and I was like, goals. Like, two guys are fighting over you. And I feel like when I was growing up, I was like, dang, I gotta be playing the field. Like, I gotta have my Jacob, my Edward. And so I definitely feel like I made a love triangle for myself that ended horribly. I remember it. And I was too scared to even like kiss anyone at the time. Because I was a kid.
Who are they?
No, I can't say it.
Don't.
But I was definitely like,
name drop.
I definitely was that horrible kid that like loved the drama of it.
But what was filming the love triangle storylines on the show actually like? They told us. Take a look.
It's fun playing this like love triangle thing when in reality I think we all kind of just like act like siblings on set, just kind of messing around with each other and like hanging out. Well,
There's a market for that though. There's a market for that.
We all have such a good time just like messing around with each other that I feel like when it comes to the actual like love triangle aspect, that's a little weird to contemplate.
Yeah.
But I definitely have a lot of fun being the one in the middle and getting to play up the drama of all that.
So guys, we also had to know what it was like for the cast being on set with the actors from the original Karate Kid film.
It's definitely weird seeing Billy and Ralph and Marty on set and being like, wow, like I watched you when I was like 8, you know? And then flash forward 10, 11 years later, I'm working with them. Billy actually tells us how to fix our stances because he's a legit black belt.
Marty told me too.
Yeah.
He told me after I filmed the scene about my hand. Thank you so much.
I know working with Ralph, the thing that I've taken away the most is just the energy he brings to set every day, the dedication he has, the protective instincts he has over the character that he created so many years ago, and how he really stands up for that character and knowing what it represents for so many fans at home. He's very protective of that, and he does, you know, he's dedicated to that. He's dedicated to creating this new world and welcoming us into it, and I feel like that energy, like I really hope to carry that with me and like in future endeavors.
They're such a fun group. You can catch all 10 episodes of season 2 of Cobra Kai now on YouTube Premium, and the first episode is free to watch for everyone, so go check it out. All right, we're taking a look at our People Poll. We've been asking you to vote on your favorite Taylor Swift song of all time in honor of her new single, Me. So let's see what we got.
It's a big commitment of all time.
Of all time.
You belong with me. Not at all what I expected.
I thought it was gonna be Shake It Off, or Look What You Made Me Do. I don't
know what mine is? Not there. Delicate.
Yeah, mine's Bad Blood. Love.
Oh, yeah.
Never got bad blood.
You know, I've even gone on rounds where I'll like look up Delicate, the instrumental version, and just play it under.
Oh, wow.
Love the music. Isn't that weird? All right, also got to vote for Endgame.
Yeah, that's a good song.
All right, we'll be back with another question of the day Monday. Tune in for that.
All right, coming up next week, it's always Sunny Star. Glenn Howerton is here chatting about all things season 2 of AP Bio. Who doesn't love that show?
Plus, People Now's BFF, Adam Rippon. He's got a brand new YouTube series. He's telling us all about it. We can't wait to hear from him.
All right, thanks so much for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from James Brolin. Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys.
I'm James Brolin, and this is one last thing. The last song stuck in my head was when my wife sang, and you can look it up, Grandma's Hands.
Grandma's hand clapped in church on Sunday morning.
The last plane I flew was something I built this year called Just Super Stole. The last time I got my hands dirty, well, it was probably on the railings of the hotel today, but I washed them, they're clean.